Hello and welcome to Resin Art by Stefania. Today I would like to make another bloom like the one I did in the last video, but with a holographic background. I have prepared my resin. It has a temperature of 34 degrees. It's the Let's Resin, the regular one, and I have mixed a total of 140 grams. And in these 2 cups, out of the 140 grams, I have added 20 grams in each cup. So here I'm making sure that the resin goes into every corner of the mold, and then I'm getting rid of some bubbles there in the middle. I use my dotting tool for that. Usually when they come to the surface they pop by themselves, otherwise you can help with the torch. Then I will place my glitter. Now I can start mixing my colors. Here I have 20 grams of resin, so I'm adding 2 drops of the bloom pigment paste from Pouring Your Heart Out. Make sure that it's stirred very well into the resin. And there was probably a hair in the resin again. So I'm fine with the consistency of the white, and then I have a mica called Rose Blue. It's a blue with a golden orchid it's called now, golden orchid. It's a nice blue with a light goldish shimmer. And here I'm also mixing it into the resin. I prepare my piping bag and I come back to you. So everything is ready. Now I can start piping my petals. I'm cutting above an opening of about 4 millimeters. And now I'm starting to do this curved line. One in each petal. With the dotting tool, you see I'm correcting the beginning a little bit so to avoid any possible blobs. And I do the same with the blue. And here I try to go in between the white lines. Yeah, there were some thin lines that I'm going to correct with the blue color. And then I can start to draw a line from the outside to the inside to create this beautiful pattern. Then I will give a quick torch and let the resin cure overnight. It's now the next morning. Here I have a sheet of holographic paper. This is one that you would use for wrapping for a gift or for flowers. And with my heat gun, I'm going over this paper, and you see how it creates this pattern. I saw this on a video that Julie Katz did from Pouring Your Heart Out, and she used something called fantasy film. I looked for it everywhere in the internet, but as I am in Germany, every time, even in the US Amazon site, every time I entered fantasy film, it brought only a lot of DVDs of Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, all sort of fantasy movies. So, okay, I thought I will try with this thinner paper, the one the fantasy film that Julie Cott used did much larger cells. This does finer cells, but it's fine. It looks very good at the end. I'm making sure that I have the cells have all a similar size. And once I'm finished with the pattern, I let it cool down for maybe about 20-30 minutes. So now I'm going to cut out the shape of the mold. Here I'm using an older piece which I made in the same mold, and with this scalpel I'm cutting around the edges of this piece. And once I'm finished, I will put it into the mold. Now this is my second attempt at this technique, and the first one I did, I put it into the mold when the resin was still a bit sticky, so it really it was easier to place the paper inside the mold. This time I did the pour last night, and this morning I did the background. It was already dry, and when I unmold it, you see why it would have been better to not to wait that long. But yeah, it's done now. So now I see that I have some blank spots. Here I will cut out a little bit more paper and fill in this, I think 2 or 3 gaps you see where there is no paper covering. I want the whole surface to be covered with this paper. As I mentioned, this was my second attempt. You can see this foil has a pink shimmer. So the first one I did, I'm going to show it to you right now here. I did some pink with the white, and I filled it with black resin, and it has all these rainbow colors, green, orange, yellow. So actually the flower didn't look nice anymore. So I thought, for this one I will do a transparent blue background. So here I've mixed 100 grams of resin, and I will add, I think totally there are then 5 drops of these pigment drops from Ether Art. But these are very highly pigmented colors, so if you're using some inks or some other colors, you have to adjust until you have the colors you like. So now I'm filling everything into the mold. It has already, only from the backside, a very nice color. Unfortunately, it's a dark and gray day today, so the sun doesn't shine in, but in real it looks really fantastic with this blue shimmer of the holographic paper. So then I'm giving it a quick torch, and I will let it cure. And I'll see you in a few hours for the molding. Now, here I was a little bit disappointed. I have this huge bubble. That's why I said it is probably better to add the foil when the resin is not quite dry yet. But I mean, we are all learning. First I wasn't sure shall I do the video or not, but we are all learning, and you see what mistakes can happen. Also, it wasn't very cured, but oh, the result is awesome. Here you see in one corner, this is when I am very impatient. Sometimes I want to see the result. The curing machine said it was ready, but the corners weren't. But I didn't care. I wanted to see it, and these colors are really amazing. You see the structure of the petals very well. You see a slightly blue shimmer of the blue mica that I added in the petals, and this background is just awesome. I think when you can see it in the sunlight, it's even better. Here you see a close-up of the petals. If you know where this air bubble is, here you see it, but yeah, you wouldn't notice if you hadn't seen it. But this rainbow holographic paper is really fantastic. I hope you like it too. Please leave me a comment or a thumbs up. If you like my channel, I would appreciate if you would subscribe. Thank you very much for visiting my channel, and I hope I'm seeing you next time again. Tschüss.